9:30 Mountain Time. I first off, yesterday's Twitch video, I was not able to save it. It was just a live stream, and I didn't have anyone that joined the chat. One person joined the stream late after the coding was done. So I'm gonna go over the programming basics. I'm gonna start the 30-day curriculum from today. I toggled on like a little thing, so the recording is gonna get saved. I'm gonna get the IDE up. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run through the 30-day curriculum. What I'm gonna teach today, one day, and then I'm gonna cover it every day. And every day at the end of the session, I'm going to push the code up to a Git repository that's gonna manage the code, and you guys can clone it and use it up. Right, I'll share that and drop that in the link, and then I'll figure out how to share it on the channel as well, so that you guys have access to that. So we'll do that, right? So right here I have a terminal going. Let's see where we are right now. We're over here, so we're gonna go. Maybe we have. Okay. Let's go here really quick. Do source. Bin activate. Right, so this is the virtual environment activation. You can view what pip libraries are installed in Python interpreter in this location, right? Then let me try and get some code going, and then I should also have a chat window somewhere, I'm guessing. I'm still trying to understand how this application works. Right, so let's see if I can try and check some stuff out here. I'm having some computer problems. This thing is really slow. I don't know, I might have to get like a better computer to do this. Might end up just scrapping my stream plans for today. Dealing with this. Anyways, since I have this virtual environment set up, that's the main thing for today. We also should have um, basic. Kind of like let's see if we have something on the desktop. Okay, so we have here. Okay, here we go. Python basics. So let's go into this really quick. These are our files. DAY1. Okay. So that's our code that we're gonna go over. Let's do a cat of the DAY1 file. Which is gonna show up over here on the left, but let's try and look at it over here really quick on the terminal. Right, so here you have a bunch of print statements if you notice them, right? And then these print statements, if you run Python code, it should output these statements. What we want to cover today is floats. So this is a float statement, right? And then anything that's printed out with a number over here, like 789.357 or whatever, right? That is that's a float, right? And unless you typecast it as an integer, and what typecast means is line number 9. If you look at line 9 over here, that's typecasted, right? All right. So let's try and get this thing going. That should run it. So you give Python and space on the file name, and that just runs it because you have the virtual environment set up. It says PyBasics venv and in brackets is venv. So it's hooked up the virtual environment, and that's the output of the file, right? So you can see the code in the left, and you can in the IDE, right? And then you can see the run in the Python terminal of the file run. That's it right there. You see, if you notice, like it runs hello world, which is in line number 2 on the left side on the file. Then it runs the print statement again with the line, and then does a bunch of print statements. This is the first print statement for fundamentals or whatever, right? If you notice, line number 1 has a pound signature before, like a decorator before the line. And what that does is it basically comments out that line, so it doesn't, the interpreter doesn't use, Python doesn't use that code. It doesn't output that code. Also, it's important to note that the file extension is a .py, and over here this is and it's the present working directory. Don't allow that. That's a good thing. Okay, so that's the current path of the file, right? The day day1 file. If you look at line number 9, line 9 print out. If you notice, like, it's an integer, but it has all these after decimal points. So instead of 6.1, it should print out 6.2, but it doesn't even do that. It doesn't print anything out except the actual integer portion of the number, and everything past the decimal is not passed to the print statement because we've typecasted it in the code. We've written it as print integer or like this, right? So you've actually written it's not typing because this computer is super sluggish today. I don't know why. But anyways, we need to explain the code today to you anyways, right? Basically, if you go in here, you put a print statement in, and then you can put anything in quotes like this, and it's a string, and anything in just numbers plainly, like you see in line number 10 now. So string is a string. Save, right, and that should run the code, whatever. I mean, to save it, and then over here you hit up, it'll run it, and then you'll be able to see, like, you can see that, like, this is a string hyphen hyphen hyphen. You can see that print out or whatever, right? And I'm talking about the line right underneath it. It's an integer. If you look underneath it, it actually prints out the entire value because I don't typecast this to an integer. But the moment I typecast this to an int, like that, right, and then I run it, you'll notice that this line, all this stuff right here, is going to disappear. Like, all that is gonna disappear if I run the file again, right? So if I run the file again, it should be gone now. It's gone. See? Okay. Anyways, we're at time. This is your first print lesson or whatever, right? I'll push the code up. We also talk about floats. So here you see this over here. This is float code, and basically your number is this, like, giant number. You see number 1, or just look at number over here, number 14 is this entire number, right? But you hit .2f, whatever, it prints out after the number only the 2 decimal points, right? Up to 2f. Like, so it gives you 2 float numbers, and this is a float type. It's not an integer type. Number right now is a float type. So if you type in, like, what type is the type of number, like, so print type number, right? /n gives a new line. I wonder if I think it has to. I think it's supposed to be inside the quotes. We'll take a look at it. We'll see. There might be an error over here. That's programming for you. Anyways, so you don't get a new line. Oh, you okay? You do. So you see it's how the slash n gave you a new line, and then the type number is class float, right? So the num type is a float. If you look at 15 over here, and if you look at this right here, that's what it is. Line number 15, where there's the yellow little thing on the left, and the output on the that's highlighted on the console is telling you that it is a num type float. Okay. And I'm sorry if I wasn't able to chat with you today because my chat is not, I don't even know how it's working. I gotta figure out how this OBS platform works and figure out how to interact with you guys if you want to talk to me. I know it's supposed to be a pair programming session, but I'm still getting set up, so just bear with me. I will be here again online tomorrow for 45 minutes, 30 45 minutes, whatever. However long it takes us to get through the code, with 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of answer questions where we can like work together, program together, work on problems, difficulties you're having with setup and